All right, we're switching things up for CVTV. I'm on this side this time, and we are still live at the Channel Partners Expo in Las Vegas, and joining me right now, we have the Director of Channels for Reinvent, David Ansehl. David, how you doing, man?
I'm all right, Brady. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. How's the show been so far?
So far, the show's been pretty good. You know, we always get out here and try to come every year. We usually throw a dinner for all our partners and a lot of our vendors, and so we had a really good turnout last night. It was a lot of fun, and it was just a really excellent event for everybody involved. So
who can say no to dinner, right?
Right, yeah. People do tend to like a free dinner.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the company.
So Reinvent is a bit of a unique organization. We have a somewhat unusual ownership structure. We're actually owned by the Pima Maricopa Indians. So we're owned by a Native American tribe based in Scottsdale, Arizona. We're about 15 minutes from the airport, so it's not a rural location at all, right. But they've been in the telecom business for over 25 years. So about 15 years ago, they started their wholesale division because they primarily focused their direct sales just within their community. So it started out servicing the actual community members, and then they started developing and providing services and bandwidth to businesses. So it's really unique. They to keep up with technology and to fund all that, they found that they really needed to find other people who might leverage the technology and spend that they put into it. So about 15 years ago, they created a wholesale division, which is Reinvent Telecom, which is what I'm part of. And one of the things we found that's worked really well is that due to the ownership structure, you know, we're never going to be sold. There's no private equity, so that's been very attractive. We're finding, especially in this environment, where I think if you look out there on any Wikipedia page at any telecom company, it's like the begots in the Bible. You know, it keeps going. This was, you know, related to this. Was related to this. So, but what we do is provide a very solid ownership structure that is well funded to keep up with technology and provide everything that they need. But we do it in a way, or, you know, really our owners think in terms of generations. So that's one of the things that's outstanding. So our partners, if they're developing for either to have an exit strategy or perhaps sometime down the road they want to pass it on to a family member and create generational wealth, you know, we're a really good fit for a lot of these people out there that are maybe not the traditional kind of agent model, but really want to own their customers.
A lot of talk about investment in next generation networks. Could you speak to that, David?
Yeah, so just the other week we put out a press release. So again, with that forward thinking and generational thinking, the organization, the community chose to invest about $15 million in our infrastructure, so for future developments and actually new applications and new solutions. So along with that, we actually kind of beefed up our leadership team as well. So we had 4 new members come on board. So we really see a lot of growth potential, especially as various people are kind of faltering in the UC and CCAS space. And so we think that we've got a real opportunity to be an attractive partner for a lot of people out there who are looking for a new home.
Well, it definitely sounds like you guys would be an attractive partner for sure. So talk about the new platform, if you could.
Yeah, so we have been, we've had a platform that's very reliable. It's a Class 5 central office switch for many years, and that's really what kind of we started out with, you know, providing for residents, and that is built up. But over time, we've seen a number of preferences in the reseller community, and there's been a particular fondness for one platform, and we talked to a lot of partners that were really interested in working with us. They like our philosophy, they like who we are, they like, you know, the fact that we're, you know, not going to be bought or have, you know, get changed or coursed by private equity. So we actually recently made a purchase and investment into a NetSapiens switch, which is a Crescendo company, and so that was our big announcement this week at Channel Partners. So part of that philosophy is like we love our existing platform. It's been great for us. It's still rock solid. We provide a lot of Teams direct routing on it, a lot of SIP solutions, all kinds of different solutions. But as people out there, if they're looking for something a little different, that's you know, maybe more keyed into the MSP market, very, you know, in some ways more simplistic, but still feature rich. It gives them that solution. But the other thing that we see is just all of these kind of, providers that maybe they'll make it, maybe they won't, maybe they'll sell, but we can provide a home for these people if they're, frankly, if they're on a Net Sapiens and they want to, spread their risk or perhaps switch platform providers.
Okay. So moving forward, what else can we expect from Reinvent?
Well, we've got, several different CCaaS platforms that we've invested in heavily, and they have been going very well. I think we're going to see much more of that. Customer experience, has been a buzzword for a number of years. I don't think that's going away. I think the other thing that we do a lot of that I don't see everybody doing, but is a messaging platform. So an SMS, MMS, where there's on the main number, and we really have leaned into enabling that for a lot of our partners in a lot of different verticals, whether it be healthcare, our parks and recreation, you name it. And so we've really seen a large uptick in interest in that. I think it's somewhat generational because nowadays I think it's been shown that there's more generations working in the workforce at one time together than ever before. And what we're seeing is different people within different generations, depending on which one they're Gen X or millennials or, baby boomer, how they like to communicate. So it's important to be able to offer that communication style and meet people where they're at, because communications, no matter how you do it, is essential, right? So that messaging platform, we just find our partners can talk to their customers, and many times their main number doesn't have the ability to text on it, but people are texting. It's so common when we turn that up to hear, when we turn it on for testing, we got text and we didn't even know people were texting our number.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been really interesting. So that's, I think, a lot more of that, and then some more applications. I think one of the watchwords here at this show this week has been actually integrating everything in together and automation. So I think you're definitely going to see a bit more of that from us as well.
Really interesting stuff. So if people want more information, where can they go?
Well, I think the best place is really just to head out to our website, reinventtelecom.com. We've got all the information there. You can request information or white papers, or you can actually request a contact with us. We're happy to set up a meeting, do demos, let you actually try out the systems too. So yeah, we also do a lot with Teams enablement. So I didn't really mention that too much here, but there's some videos on that and how you can actually really make very good margins selling Teams, even if that's not your preference. So.
Well, thanks for the time. I mean, it's been really illuminating.
Well, Brady, thank you so much for having me. It's been great, and it's a great show, and I appreciate everything you do at Channel Visions.
Well, best of luck this year.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there you have it. And once again, with Reinvent Telecom, this is CVTV, Channel Partners Expo. Take care.